Hello everybody, Alth here with another video, and in this one, we are going to be watching and kind of going over and talking about Starfield Shattered Space. It's the official launch trailer released by Bethesda Softworks. Shattered Space is going to be a DLC. I believe it's Starfield's first. Let's just get into the video and talk about it afterwards. Because I already, even before watching, I have some interesting thoughts, and so let's just, well, first, thank you for clicking on the video, obviously. If I didn't already say that, I might have. Don't forget to like and subscribe if you enjoy my content and you want to come back, see more, or even if you just say, hey, why not? So let's get into the video.
In the beginning, the great serpent wrapped its tail around the whole universe. He watched over our families, guided us through tough times, and said one day he'd send a promised one to answer our prayers, to give us all the worlds of the settled systems. It's just a matter of time.
You're really here. I have reached out so many times to hear nothing but echoes. Do you truly serve His will?
In the end, all will serve the great serpent.
I mean, it looked really cool. It really did. I mean, it looked interesting. I don't know if it would. Still, I don't think it's really worth spending, 60, 70, whatever dollars to get the game just to play to buy this if it's not available, if it doesn't include. I don't know. It says basic game included, which is cool, but I mean, how much does that drive up the price if you don't, I don't know. It does look interesting. It's almost pushing me to be at least halfly interested in buying and checking it out, but I just don't know. It seems to be pretty big. It basically is a lot of content on a planet, which, I mean, maybe that's the reason why they added a ton of planets, but you gotta kind of wonder, it's like, are they still relying like way too much on modders to fill up these planets? There was apparently a group of modders that were going to put a planet. It was going to be basically like a Nern, Elder Scrolls planet, and they immediately backed out when they realized how big that project was going to be. And it makes you think, like, what's the plan for all these planets? Is it going to be some for modding, some for just exploration, fun, harvesting, some for Bethesda themselves to fill up with DLCs? How many DLCs is this game going to have? Is their plan like, I mean, Skyrim was popular from 2011 until more people play Skyrim than play Starfield. At least last time I checked, which was a while ago. I don't know if that's still the case, but that's concerning. But that makes you think, oh, maybe Bethesda will always add content. This planet will get this, that planet will get that. Each DLC is tied to a different planet. Okay, but you're not going to fill up all like what 1,000, whatever. I don't know. You know, I think that this game kind of will show us what Bethesda has in place for the Elder Scrolls 6, and I gotta say, I'm a little worried about that because I don't think Bethesda is the same game company anymore. Well, literally, they're not, but they just I'm just not impressed, and I'm not really looking forward to Elder Scrolls 6 anymore. When I look at something like Starfield, I'm like, yeah, it looks fun, but is it worth all the money I'm going to be spending? Probably not. 60 $70 for base game, and I don't, how much people don't have that kind of money. A lot of people are on budgets. Inflation's crazy. Bread's like $12,000. You gotta ask for a second mortgage on your house to buy milk. It's crazy. And I think Bethesda relying a little bit maybe too much on modders to maybe keep Starfield alive, just like it did Skyrim, might be asking a little much of the modding community. I mean, you can see right there, like you have creation credits. You have 1,000 creation credits. It seems like they're kind of really pushing modding into this. And that's the reason why they have so many planets. And I gotta say, maybe that's the wrong approach. I will say though, I mean, honestly, ESO has shown, for those who don't know ESO, who are more Starfield players, it's Elder Scrolls Online, has shown that you can put a lot into a game. I mean, but by the time that game's finished, you'll most likely have all of Tamriel in the game, and if not, maybe most, if not all, of the Daedric realms, at least parts of them. So that tells me that, I mean, you could do realistically. Elder Scrolls 6 could include all of Tamriel. If Bethesda wanted to go that route, I doubt they do, but if they wanted to, they could do that. But it's just, are you relying too much on Mars? Are you relying too much on new devs who don't really know Elder Scrolls because a lot of viewers quit, retired, whatever? I don't know. I'm a little worried. Is this going to save the game? I know that seems weird to say, but I think Starfield's still not really that great. It's definitely not worth dropping my money into, anymore. It's just not. I mean, I just, there's just too many other fun games out there nowadays. Bethesda has to realize that they can't just rely on their name. And I think maybe they squandered an opportunity. Skyrim really blew them up, and they really kind of didn't capitalize on it. The Skyrim follow up is 17 years down the line probably. And for those who don't realize it, think about this one, all right? Between the Elder Scrolls 1 Arena and Elder Scrolls Skyrim, that was 17 years. And Bethesda put out an insane amount of titles. They had Arena, Daggerfall, they had all the adventure games like Shadow Key, Redguard. Then they got Morrowind, and you had Oblivion, and Skyrim. There were so many games that they did, and then Fallout 3, and giving input into Fallout New Vegas from Obsidian. It's just they did all that in 17. They built their brand in 17 years with countless games, like 10, 13, whatever games that they created in 17 years. In between Skyrim and the next Elder Scrolls game, they haven't done half that. They did Fallout 4, then they did Fallout 76, which was started off very poorly. Then they did, you know, um, then they did Legends, Elder Scrolls Legends, which didn't go off very well. Then they did a mobile game, another mobile game, Elder Scrolls Blades, didn't go off very well. And then Starfield, which they spent so much time on, and it just came out so empty and just empty. Like, what did you spend time on? Like 80% of your world is just empty. What? And it's like, well, I could see it now. Like, this expansion is going to be really big. Maybe they spent a lot of time on just prepping the planets. Like they may say, okay, maybe we're gonna release 6 to 7 actual DLCs for this game, and I think that's stretching it. But let's just go with that. And each one's gonna be on a different planet. Okay, but what are the other planets for? So I don't know. I'm always gonna take a look at this. I'm always gonna look at I'm always gonna look at news on Starfield because I still love Bethesda games, but they're just the game company itself's different. It's so changed. It's not the same company anymore, and that has me worried about. That really, really, really has me worried about every franchise going forward that they hold. Fallout, Elder Scrolls, even Starfield, because if they need to change. Bethesda needs to change if they're going to be a successful company going into the future, in my opinion. Now, you gamers out there watching this, let me know what you think. Does Bethesda need to change? Because can you sit there as a gamer and say, yeah, it's worth waiting 12 plus years for the next title? Because think about it this way: Elder Scrolls 6 is coming in probably 2020, we'll say 2027. They say 2026 minimum. So 2027. If they do 12 years, right? So the next Elder Scrolls will be coming out in 2039. So Elder Scrolls 7 will be coming in 2039. If you want Elder Scrolls 8, that'll be coming out in 2051. That's only 2 more Elder Scrolls games, and we're looking at 2051. I'm sorry, but that's crazy as a gamer. It just is. That's too much time between games, and I think it's asking your fans a little too much. We don't need insane quality games. That's something that Todd Howard has said, and some others have said. Oh, we waited so long, because technology hasn't caught up with what we want to do. Okay, so lower your expectations. We're just gamers. All we want is a fun video game that takes us away from our world a little bit. Look at the games that took off, right? Lethal Company, not exactly groundbreaking graphics, you know? Games, all these games, Lockout Protocol and Helldivers, and I mean, all these games that really took off in popularity, they're just kind of simple games. And I look at that and I'm like, that's something that Bethesda's not getting. We don't need next gen tech. We just want to play Elder Scrolls. We just want to play Fallout or Starfield if you really enjoy it. We just want to play your games. It doesn't have to be next gen tech. It just has to be fun. Lower your expectations a little. Spend more time on quality. Quality meaning good quest, fun, diverse, adding to the universe, stuff like that. Give us something to chew on a little bit. Maybe the next Elder Scrolls includes more lore on like races that we don't know a lot about, like Lomothit and Imga, and Akaviri races, and maybe snow elves. I'm obsessed with snow elves, so bring more snow elf stuff. Like with the amount of Dwemer and Alien, and I know this is a Starfield video, but it's more a Bethesda video at this point. I'm sorry, but it's just give us more. Get into more Starfield lore. Make it more fun. We don't need quantity. We don't need insane next gen tech. We just need fun. All right, so before I repeat myself anymore, let me know in the comments below. Are you excited about this? I am excited about the rover. Where was that? That was pretty cool. I mean, a lot of things here looked really cool. It looked really exciting. Like the story looks like I can't wait to see what it's all about. But I still don't think it's worth dropping all that money. So it's kind of sad. Maybe it will someday. But let me know. Are you enjoying the new DLC? Let me know what you think of the new DLC. Try to keep it spoiler free though for people who read the comments though. I really would appreciate that at least, or put a spoiler tag or something. Leave it up to the person if they want to read more. But let people know. I personally, I don't know. Maybe Bethesda's changed too much for me. I'm always going to give them a shot. But thank you for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe if you enjoy my content. I really do appreciate it. But if you don't want to like and subscribe, you don't really have to. But I do appreciate if you do, honestly. And I will see you all in the next video.